Hi, I'm going to go over how you can create a landing page using this WordPress theme from ThemeFuse. You can actually create probably almost unlimited landing pages within the one theme and the one WordPress installation. So here on ThemeFuse's website, they sell themes. So let's look at what they have available. They usually have these sales where you can get, lifetime updates. So I'll show you the theme that I'm using. It's called the Core. So you see here, this one, free with the Core. Free with the Core, free with the Core. Now, a lot of these are actually not individual themes. They're demo content. Demo content means that the Core is a theme that does a lot of stuff, and you can make a lot of different kinds of themes. So when you get the theme, they have this demo content you can install, and it'll look like this one, or whatever. All these things are showing here, these demo content things you can install. Here's one that I had tried out, and then you can replace all of their information with your information and create a site design just like that. But the Core is really just one theme. This isn't a bunch of sub themes or anything like that. They're not separate themes. They're just demos of what you can do with the Core. So anyway, I have the Core installed. Wait, I had all this stuff preloaded to show you. So I have it connected to leadsmedical.com as a domain name. So let's see what the home page looks like. Sorry, I got a slow connection here. Okay, so this is the demo theme that looks like it's like a church website. It's got animations. You see things come in from the sides. It has all the stuff that you look for in a modern theme. And there's a visual page builder, so you can kind of lay out the stuff, and you have a ton of different settings. So the Core is pretty good for building a modern theme. So you can put all of your team members here. Now one issue, see on the bottom you have this menu, and this thing, you have all these things like the logo on the menu, and then also at the top. So imagine if you wanted to create different pages within this theme. The problem is you're always going to see this menu, and the user has control, and they can kind of jump around to different parts of the website. In a landing page, you want to have control of the page. If you want to have a link to another page, you can put it there, or a button that goes to a thank you page. But generally, you want to have control. You don't want to have a menu on a landing page necessarily. So to make this work, we want to get rid of the menus. Basically hide the header and the footer. So let's go here. This is the appearance menu for the Core by ThemeFuse. And I kind of already had it loaded, but I'm going to show you where to go. So you go to appearance, and they have a CSS editor here, which if you look at it, it looks like this is the place where you would do it in the editor. So you can actually edit the style sheets, and I checked. When you edit this code, it actually does appear, in the child theme directory as style.css, and your changes will appear in that file. But for some reason, when I put the CSS code in here, it actually didn't do anything. I don't know why. So I found that I had to go here to theme settings, and when you get here, the next thing you want to do is go down here to custom CSS, and here it says quick CSS. Now look at the bottom. This is stuff that was already here. I didn't mess with any of that. But here I added this to the bottom, and for some reason extra spaces and lines, blank lines. That seems to mess things up, so I avoided that. Now you see here where it says page ID. Now you can use this to block out individual pages from having the header and the footer. So here, page ID 1483. Well, how do you find out the page ID? Well, here's one I made, and you can still see it here, the header, and the footer is there still. So on a Mac, you push Alt Command I. On a PC, it's probably similar. So you already have it here. You can see the page ID right here. But if you can't find it, you can just do a search for it. Just do a search for page ID. And there it is. It's in the code of the website, page ID 1495. Okay, so let's go back here. Let's change that to 1495. I don't know what 1483 was. That was another page. Okay, let's save changes. Okay, now let's reload this page, and hopefully that header will disappear now. Yep, so now we have a landing page, with some animation. Now one great thing is with the visual page builder they have in this theme, you can make fully responsive pages. You can make them where you have a completely separate set of elements and graphics and everything that will appear on a phone compared to a computer. So so if your landing page is not looking quite right on the phone, you can, here's another one I made. See how you still have the menu here. Now, if you're only going to use this particular WordPress installation for landing pages, you can you could take this out, or here, let's just leave it there so I don't forget about that. Let's create another entry here, and now this is going to just block out the header and the footer for every page. So no more menus at the top or bottom, no logo. So now we should see that the header should go away now. There, no header. We have the form that comes in animated. You have full control over that. Let's just look at that for a second. Let's edit the page. And of course, if you have a good domain registrar, you can forward your domain and mask the URL. And you can do Google AdWords or Facebook advertising and point at these landing pages. So far, the ones I've made are single pages, but you could have where you submit the form and it jumps to another thank you page or additional pages. But at least you have complete control. You don't have to worry about having a menu where the user has control and they can just jump all over the place. Okay, wait. Okay, here's what I was going to show you. You have this what they call visual. Wait, where is it? Okay, here, visual builder template. That's what we're using. So this is a visual builder. You have this. I made, for this particular landing page, I made a desktop version and a phone version. Here's a phone version, and you can take these different elements and lay them out. For example, you could start a new section, then put in various size columns to that section. You can duplicate, and then within these you have all kinds of options. You've got media elements. You've got all these different content elements. I don't know where that just went. Oh, here. There's a ton of stuff you can do, like all the usual, parallax movement of a photo. Just there's so much stuff. Pretty much anything you've ever seen in a modern website you can do in here. And I believe that this is Unison. Unison is what is powering all of this. It's not necessarily from ThemeFuse. I don't know if ThemeFuse invented this or if they bought it from someone else and incorporated it. however that works. Anyway, so that's basically it. You build these graphically laid out pages with a visual page builder, and the key thing to changing it to a landing page is that little bit of CSS code that you put here under Appearance, Theme Settings, Quick CSS, just a few lines here at the bottom, and you can either go by page individually, or you can block out the header and the footer for everything. And now you have complete control over what the user is able to do when they get to a landing page. And I think that's about it. Thank you.